Welcome to English Legacy. I'm so glad you're here for this journey today. Find a comfortable spot and let's get settled. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to love someone so deeply that you wanted the whole world to remember them forever? Today we're going on a romantic journey together. A journey to a place called India, more than 400 years back in time. This is the story of a great king, a beautiful love, and one of the most popular buildings in the world. This is the story of the Taj Mahal. So take a deep breath, relax, and listen with full attention. Let this story take you back to the past. Our story begins in 1618 in the great lands of India. At that time, a powerful dynasty called the Mughals ruled almost the entire country. They lived in magnificent palaces, wore clothes covered in jewels, and held one of the richest empires in the world. In this royal family there was a young prince. His name was Khurram. He was only 15 years old, but he had already become known to everyone for his intelligence and strong character. One day Prince Khurram was walking through a bazaar when he came across a girl. This bazaar inside the palace was a popular spot for noble families. The girl's name was Arjumand, and she came from a well-rooted Iranian family. When Khurram saw her, he stopped for a moment. He didn't quite know what was going through his mind, but something had changed. He just wanted to know that girl. It was that simple. But nothing in the palace was simple. Marriage was a matter of rules, a matter of time. Khurram had to wait. He waited. He waited 5 years. 5 years, can you imagine? 5 years of just waiting. In 1612, they finally got married. It was a big wedding. There was music, there were flowers, everyone was there. Khurram gave his wife a new name that day, Mumtaz Mahal. In Persian it meant the chosen one of the palace, and she truly was. She was the most important person to Khurram. Mumtaz was not an ordinary woman. She didn't stay home. She didn't wait in the palace. Wherever Khurram went, she went too. Even the tough military campaigns. She gave her husband advice. She stood by him in hard times. And Khurram trusted her more than anyone. Years passed. Khurram became emperor and took a new name, Shah Jahan, meaning king of the world. He became a great man. He had buildings built, mosques built, gardens built. But none of this changed him. His love for Mumtaz always stayed the same. They spent 19 years together. They had 14 children. Everyone in the palace knew them. They weren't just husband and wife. They were two people who were truly friends. In 1631, Mumtaz was with Shah Jahan in Burhanpur at the time. She was traveling as always by her husband's side as always. They were expecting their 15th child. But something went wrong. The baby came into the world, but Mumtaz was in very bad shape. The doctors struggled. They did everything they could. It wasn't enough. Mumtaz Mahal died. She was 38 years old. When Shah Jahan got the news, he was devastated. The most powerful man in the world had suddenly become someone who looked like nothing at all. Those around him say he cried for days. His hair had gone white. In just a few months, completely white. He stopped going to celebrations. He didn't wear anything colorful. He didn't want to hear music. He was a man who had everything, but he was living as if he had nothing. Then one day something changed inside him. It wasn't anger. It wasn't quite pain either. It was more like a decision. He was going to do something for Mumtaz, something so beautiful that the world could never forget her. Not an ordinary grave, something completely different, like tearing off a corner of heaven and placing it on earth. And he did it. He gathered masters from all four corners of the world. Architects came from Iran, stone carvers from Baluchistan, calligraphers from Syria. A spot was chosen in Agra, on the bank of the river. The chief architect was Ustad Ahmad Lahari. The first stone was laid in 1632. 20,000 people worked every day. 20,000. 1,000 elephants were used to carry the heavy stones. White marble was brought from 250 kilometers away. Blue stones from Afghanistan, red corals from overseas, green jade, purple amethyst, pearls. All of them were worked into the marble one, by hand, with patience. Nobody rushed. Nobody could. This work took 22 years. For 22 years, every stone was cut, shaped, polished, and put into place. It was finished in 1653. When you look at what came out of it, you just stop. A platform of red stone, on top of it a structure of white marble. Right in the center, a great dome reaching up to the sky, 4 minarets at 4 corners. In front, a long garden, water flowing through the middle. If the air is still, if there's no wind, the reflection of the Taj Mahal shows perfectly in the water. In the morning it's pink, in the evening white. At night under moonlight it shines like silver. The inside is the same way. The walls are covered with flower motifs, all carved into stone. There are roses, tulips, lilies, made from precious stones, and in the center Mumtaz's tomb. Shah Jahan didn't actually build a building here. He wrote a letter in stone, but the story didn't end there. Shah Jahan grew old. He grew weak. A fight broke out among his sons over who would take the throne. The strongest was Aurangzeb, and the most determined too. He took power by force. He removed his own father from the throne and locked him up in Agra Fort, a place close to the Taj Mahal, but you can't get in. Shah Jahan stayed there for 8 years. He was no longer the king of the world. He was an old man looking out through a small window, but from that window he could see something. On the other side of the river, far away, the white dome. He looked at it every morning, every evening. Some say he used a small mirror in his room to be able to see the reflection of the Taj. He couldn't go there. He couldn't touch it. But he could look at it. He died in 1666. They carried him across the river, took him inside the Taj Mahal, and placed him next to Mumtaz. After a long separation, they were together again. The Taj Mahal is still there, in Agra, on the bank of the river, standing right where it always has. Millions of people come every year. Some take photos, some just stand and look quietly. But most people feel something when they stand in front of it. They can't quite explain what it is, but they feel it. Maybe what they feel is this: love is not just a feeling. Love is what we do, what we leave behind. Shah Jahan lost everything, but he didn't fall apart. He took that pain and turned it into something beautiful. And 400 years have passed, and it's still standing. Finally, let me tell you something. Right now, you are learning English. It's not an easy thing. It takes patience. But every story you listen to, every word you learn, it's like something. Like one of the stones placed in the Taj Mahal. Slowly, stone by stone, you are building something. I'm really glad you're here. If this story touched you today or you learned something new, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment and tell me your favorite part of the story, and don't forget to subscribe to English Legacy for more stories like this one.